People with this one thing have 27% more money in retirement. According to Goldman Sachs, it's not what you think. 58% of retirees fear running out of money. Here's what the other 42% know that you don't. Goldman Sachs found the biggest difference between wealthy retirees and broke ones, and it wasn't income. A 62-year-old walks into my office with $1.5 million saved and tells me he's terrified of running out of money. But he's not paranoid. Goldman Sachs just confirmed 58% of retirees feel the exact same way. If you have $500K to $2 million saved and you're retiring in the next 5 years, do not touch another dollar until you watch this. Goldman Sachs just proved why. Imagine pulling $12,000 a month from the same $1 million your neighbor only gets $4,000 from. Goldman Sachs just released a study that explains exactly how it's possible. Most retirees with $1 to $2 million saved still live like they're broke. Goldman Sachs just figured out why, and it's not the market. The 4% rule is the dumbest piece of retirement advice ever invented. Goldman Sachs just released a 37-page study that proves there's a better way. Here's what they found. Goldman Sachs just released a study called The New Economics of Retirement that shocked the financial industry. Retirees with a personalized plan have 27% higher savings to income ratio. They had the same income, started with the same money, lived through the same market conditions, but one group had a financial plan and the other didn't. And no, I'm not talking about a spreadsheet you threw together in Excel. I'm not talking about some generic 60-40 allocation from a robo-advisor. And I'm definitely not talking about just buying index funds and hoping for the best. The study compared people at every income level. People making $50,000, people making $100,000, people making $200,000. But across the board, those with a proper financial plan came out 27% ahead. But here's what most people don't realize. 60% of retirees believe they're going to run out of money during their lifetime. And when you believe that, you save more than you need, you spend less than you should, and you trade the youth of your senior years for a false sense of security. Meanwhile, the wealthy are doing something completely different. They don't just accumulate money. They structure it to produce tax-efficient cash flow. They build multiple, uncorrelated, layered income streams. They use strategies that institutional investors like Harvard and Yale have used for decades. And they have a plan that tells them exactly how much they need and whether they're on track. This is why wealthy families don't stress about retirement the way most Americans do. It's not because they have more money, it's because their money is structured differently. Let me show you what this looks like in practice. Mark and Ellie had $1.3 million and were able to retire early at 45 and get $12K per month, a $2K cushion from their dream income to retire. John, an attorney with $2 million, got $16K per month on top of what he was already getting from Social Security, and he won't need to do a single withdrawal. And James, a recently divorced retiree, thought it'd be tough to live with his $815K net worth that he's got left. He'd have been happy with enough to cover the bills, but after tightening up how his retirement income streams were set up, he's now bringing in over $9K per month. The difference wasn't how much they saved, it was how their money was structured. You don't have to figure this out yourself. And here's the good news. Up until recently, you had to be high net worth or live in a bigger city to work with the best advisors in the country and pay them very high fees to build a plan like this. But that's all changing. Many of the top specialized wealth advisors in the country are transitioning to a new virtual family office model. They can meet with pre-retirees who have $500K or more completely online without having to fly out to meet them in person. This gives you access to these strategies and investments no matter where you live, all without the hefty fees wealthy families pay. And the best part? You get the plan built before you even have to pay for it. If it isn't better than your current plan, It's free. So if you have at least $500,000 saved and you're planning to retire in the next 5 years, this is something you need to see. Click the link below to see how you could start building your structured income portfolio.